This is my React Native Expo app. So starting off in app.js, I incorporated React Navigation and imported the screens. And my default function app, I created the navigation container with the navigation objects to hold each screen. I only have two screens in this app. I have the soundboard screen and the about screen. I'm going to show off the about screen first just because it's super simple. Basically, it incorporates navigation right here so I can go back to the sound screen when you are in the about screen. Simple style sheet and export audio, not audio, export the about screen. And all this screen does is just shows off the resources that I use, where I got my code inspiration from, and so on and so forth. For the soundboard screen, this is where the majority of my code lies. I used Expo Audio, which is from Expo AV when it is installed, and then my sound button component, which I will show in just a second. So soundboard screen also incorporates navigation, so down here this button will go to the about screen. All this code right here is what will play the sound. So basically, when play sound is called and you pass it the sound name, it will tell you which sound is going to be played. It creates the sound and then it sets it, and then the use effect right here will actually play the sound. Here is the main layout of the app. I use sound buttons to pass it an emoji and then to give it a sound. So for instance, the clapper movie thing right over here will play the clap sound, and so on and so forth. The guitar will play the guitar riff, violin will play the violin string, and right here I have a construct that holds the sounds and their locations, just to simplify not having to put any of the long file directory and file names up with the button. And then this simple style sheet and the export to this soundboard. For the sound button component, basically it uses React Native, and right here it sets the specific emoji when you create the object or component wherever the main code is. To show this off, got my Android emulator app right here. Play the clap sound, play ticket rip, piano, 8-ball, cue ball, video game noise, saxophone, bowling pins, and so on and so forth. Go to the about screen and you can see here where all that text is, and then when you go back, immediately goes back. In the future, I think it'd be nice to have separate screens for different clusters of buttons that hold kind of like a general value of instruments or video game sound effects, so on and so forth. One of the biggest challenges I had was incorporating the audio and being able to get it to play back properly when you assign it said name for the sound button, and going through these functions right over here. And that's basically my app.